Here in this question, we are working with quadratics and specifically skills relating towards the roots of quadratics and types of roots they have. Now remember, when we are working with quadratics, we're able to solve them using the quadratic formula, but the key part in that determines types of roots of the equations is what's called the discriminant. Now remember, the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, and the a, the b, and the c come from the coefficients, if we line it up, of ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, there's three possible outcomes for b squared minus 4ac. We can have b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. We can have b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. And we can have b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Now, if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, what that means is the quadratic is going to cut the x-axis twice. In that case, we can describe that as having two real distinct roots. So it's going to cut the x-axis at two unique different places. If b squared minus 4ac equals 0, what we have is what are called equal roots. So we'll only get a single answer from the quadratic formula. If we were to look at it graphically, what that would mean is the quadratic would touch the x-axis and go off again. So it physically wouldn't cross it, but it would still come into contact with it. And if we have b squared minus 4ac is negative, we get no real roots. So it doesn't touch the x-axis at all, doesn't cross it, just stays above or below depending upon the format of the quadratic. Now in this case, this one here asks me for the value of p where we have equal roots. Now, as soon as you see types of roots, you need to think of the appropriate one of these. You need to think which one it is that we're after. Now, it's telling me equal roots. So equal roots in this case means I'm using b squared minus 4ac equals 0. Now I identify the a, the b, and the c, plug them in, jiggle it about, and let's see what we get. So looking at the quadratic, I can say that the a is equal to 2, the b is equal to the whole coefficient of the x, which is 3p minus 2, and the c is equal to the constant at the end, which in this case is p. So if I take all of that and I plug it in, what I essentially get is 3p minus 2 squared minus 4 times 2 times p equals 0. So I've essentially got a quadratic equation here which I need to work with and solve in order to determine the value, or values in this case possibly, of p. So let's expand it, let's get it written in the proper quadratic form, and let's see where we go from there. So doing that, what I end up getting is 9p squared minus 6p minus another 6p plus 4 then minus 8p is equal to 0. If I group all the bits of that together that are the same, what I end up getting is 9p squared, take away 20p, plus 4 equal to 0. Now remember, solving a quadratic at this stage, get it equal to 0, factorise, see what we get. Well, if I factorise that there, what I end up getting is 9p minus 2, p minus 2 equals 0. So from that, I get two solutions. I get 9p minus 2 equals 0, or I get p minus 2 equals 0. So if I take the first one on the left and solve it, the 9p minus 2 equals 0, I'll end up getting that p is equal to 2 over 9. If I solve the other one, I'll end up getting p is equal to 2. So those there are the values of p that I need. Now there's no condition put on p itself, so I've got two solutions for it. Had there been a condition, for example, it had to be bigger than 1, or sometimes you see conditions such as positive or negative put on it, you'd then have to make sure you selected the correct one. There is no condition in this one, so I don't whittle it down from there. So there you go, solving it, determining types of roots, making sure that we're working through. This kind of question, 3 marks here. First mark is for picking the correct condition, so my b squared minus 4ac equal to 0, and putting the numbers in. Second one, rearranging it to get the quadratic equal to 0, so the 9p squared minus 20p plus 4 equals 0. And then the third one in this case It's getting both of the solutions and saying their answers to the question. So there you go. 3 marks for this type of question. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.